Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called for negotiations with Russia next week to push forward ceasefire talks amid growing U.S. pressure on Moscow to reach a deal. Responding to it, Kremlin has said that Russian President Vladimir Putin is ready to move towards a peace settlement for Ukraine, but Moscow's main objective is to achieve its goals. The previous two rounds of talks in Istanbul failed to bring any substantive results. DD India's Raghav Kumar Jha files this report.
After two rounds of unsuccessful talks in Istanbul, Ukraine proposed on Saturday to initiate a new round of peace negotiations with Russia next week. In his evening address, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reaffirmed his willingness to meet face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin, stressing that a high-level summit is essential for achieving lasting peace.
Security Council Secretary Umerov also reported that he had proposed the next meeting with the Russian side for next week. The momentum of the negotiations must be increased. Everything must be done to achieve a ceasefire, and the Russian side must stop hiding from decisions.
Reacting to Kyiv's offer for the next round of peace talks, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov spoke to state television in a clip published on Sunday. He said that Russian President Vladimir Putin is ready to work toward a peace settlement for Ukraine. But Peskov added that Moscow's main objective is to achieve its own goals.
President Putin has repeatedly spoken of his desire to bring the Ukrainian settlement to a peaceful conclusion as soon as possible. This is a long process. It requires effort. It is not easy. It seems Washington is increasingly coming to understand this.
On Monday, Trump announced a toughened stance on Russia's war in Ukraine, setting a 50-day deadline for Moscow to reach a ceasefire or face sanctions. The United States also promised a new wave of military aid to Ukraine, including Patriot missile defense systems. And on Friday, the European Union also imposed the 18th package of sanctions on Moscow that targets Russian banks and lowers a price cap on oil exports in a bid to curb its ability to fund the conflict. Meanwhile, in a significant development, Russian forces on Sunday captured the village of Bila Hora in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region, according to a report from the state-run RIA news agency, which quoted Russian Defense Ministry regarding the strategic takeover. Raghav Kumar Jha for DD India.